I don't know if you've seen this, but fairly recently, Alex Karp told CNBC that, I'm quoting here, if you are critical of ICE, you should be out there protesting for more Palantir. And then he said, our product actually, in its core, requires people to conform with Fourth Amendment data protections. From your reporting, from what you've seen, do you think there's an audience of people who will hear what he says and says, you know what? You're right. I'm anti-ICE. I want more Palantir. Like, is that a reasonable request that from the CEO that people might actually pick up and take seriously? Or is my man just totally out of touch?
I think he's pretty out of touch here. And if he's talking to CNBC, and he's saying that, I don't know if he's really trying to talk to the critics of the company more than he's trying to talk to investors, right?
So that is actually something I wanted to talk about, because most of the reporting I see about Palantir is about stocks. It's about the stock price. I mean, their stock price is exploded. People are making incredible amounts of money on it. Like, if you type into Google Palantir, the suggested searches are like Palantir stock price. The subreddit, Palantir, it is not about their technology. It's like GameStop. It's about stock go up, stock go down. I made money, I lost money.
Yeah, well, I think that is such an important thing to bring up, because so much of Palantir, and I hear a lot of criticism, like, it's because the company isn't so transparent. It's really hard to understand the real power of its products, right? I think the real power is those forward deployed engineers, but I really don't know if the software does anything all that crazy, that something like a Salesforce maybe, or a Google or Amazon could provide for the government, right? I think it's more so much of what Palantir makes money off of is the story it tells, which I think is easier to bet on as a retail investor. And I think the company is really kind of buoyed by this story about how it's maintaining Western power and is willing to do all of these things. The key to Palantir really is the storytelling aspect from Karp and leadership.
That's really interesting you say that, because I feel like the storytelling aspect works on two fronts, right? There's one to the retail investors who people are like, yo, I don't care what I'm investing in. If it makes me money personally, we're good. Forget everybody else. But then also, if you're doing things like what Karp says that the company can do, like preventing a terrorist attack, like, hey, listen, if you don't want terrorism, buy our stuff and we'll prevent it. There's a lot of very eager ears for that in the administration. Basically what I'm saying is, in some ways this feels like another run of the Patriot Act, another run of post 9/11. Hey, there's something out there that you got to be scared of. I can help prevent that. And then other people see that and, well, shoot, if they believe it, I can make money off of that belief.
Yep. I mean, Palantir really is kind of filling a void in that kind of space.
I think maybe this is an opportunity here for us to correct a little bit of misinformation. I don't know if you've seen floating around that Partyful, the app, is owned by Palantir. We should probably say very clearly here that Partyful is not owned by Palantir. Partyful was founded by some former Palantir employees. But it's interesting to me that just regular people who want to throw parties are now becoming aware or thinking about this company that otherwise they probably would never think about.
Yeah, 100%. Something that I've been tracking is that it's not even just like people with more left-wing views that are skeptical of Palantir. That's kind of always been the case. But what we've seen more and more is folks on the right as well. There's this comedian named Tim Dillon who is oftentimes, for the last couple months, has been going after the company.
The level of power in terms of surveillance and data mining and the power over your life has never been as Orwellian as it is now. That's what bothers a lot of people. It's what bothers people about this Palantir thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday.
Yeah.
The Palantir thing is very odd.
A lot of people feel that this is the precursor to a social credit score, a digital kind of police state.
So we're seeing it even build on the right as well. And
what do you think's behind that?
I think it comes down to surveillance because of how little Palantir as a company discusses the work that it does, the actual work that it does. Everything that we've discussed here, this is like what we know. And that is already pretty concerning, at least to a lot of experts that I talk to in like civil rights and civil liberties spaces. And so because the company is just so opaque, it allows people to project all of the concerns that they have about surveillance tech, about big tech power, and all of that, I think, onto Palantir, reinforcing the kind of boogeyman image that has grown.